Stop accidentally steaming your dinner. If your air-fried foods turns out pale and soggy like this, then you likely are making one of 5 mistakes while air frying. Mistake number 1 is treating your air fryer like a regular oven. Stop putting all that foil in the air fryer. Your air fryer relies on convection. It needs to shoot super hot air through all parts of your food and through the holes if you are using a tray like this. When you cover the entire basket with foil or those paper liners, while you are helping with the cleanup, you are blocking out the heat source. The hot air bounces right off, the top gets cooked, but the bottom sits in a pool of its own steam and grease. That's why your food might be getting soggy. If you want that 360-degree crunch, put the food directly on the rack. Let that air circulate everywhere. And if you're worried about the mess, just put the foil underneath the basket, underneath that tray. You can catch the grease, have an easy cleanup, but keep that crunchiness. Mistake number 2 is the most common reason for soggy food: excess moisture. You're putting your food in wet. Here's the science. The air fryer cannot crisp your food until that water, the moisture, is gone. If you skip drying your ingredients, the machine wastes a lot of the time initially just to boil off that water. You aren't frying your dinner, you're steaming it and then frying it. The fix is non-negotiable. Pat it dry. Pat these potatoes dry. Pat the chicken dry. Pat whatever you're cooking in it dry with paper towels. You want that moisture in here in the towel and not steaming off in the basket. Now when you add oil, it clings to the surface instead of sliding off. That's good. The oil barrier is what conducts the heat and gives you that restaurant quality crunchiness and crispness. Mistake number 3 comes from impatience, essentially overcrowding. If there's too much food in the basket touching each other, the food is just going to be steaming, not frying. Remember, an air fryer is just a powerful convection oven. It relies on a lot of hot air rushing around every single corner and surface to dehydrate and cook the food. When you block that airflow with a wall of food, only the top gets crispy. The rest will end up getting soggy. You can't help it. The golden rule though is a single layer only. And that's where the shortfall of air fryers come. That's where batches come into play. And that's where a conventional oven ends up being a better option. But it's great in small batches. Would you rather eat a lot of soggy fries now or have another batch of crisp fries in a couple more minutes? Mistake number 4 is believing the marketing hype that air fryers need 0 oil. See, here I'm putting potatoes in without any oil, patted completely dry. And as they air fry, you can see that they're just drying out. While they will get some browning, it's not going to be fun because the moisture inside the potato will be completely cooked off. But you can't just pour oil on top while air frying. That would create soggy pockets, a lot of oil smoke, and just a greasy tray that you have to clean up. You need to put the olive oil in a spray bottle, and that's what I do. Even a light mist of oil, so that most of that potato and the starch around it is covered with the fat, will help get that crispness. Check halfway through. If you see any white dry spots, hit them with the spray immediately. For fries without starch, if you see these pale spots, you need some oil so that you can help get them crisp. See, fat conducts heat. No fat means no conduction, which means no crunchiness, no crispiness. So don't fear the oil spray. Finally, mistake number 5 is treating your air fryer like a blowtorch and not a microwave. Stop blasting everything at the highest temperature. See, I like to crispen my fries around 425 to 435 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's only because I do the 2-stage method, where I first cook the potato in the microwave and then use the air fryer to get that perfect crunch. High heat helps create a seal. If you blast a raw, thick potato wedge or a vegetable at max temp all throughout, the tips will burn before the heat ever reaches the center to cook it well. Just because the air fryer can go super hot doesn't mean you always have to cook it at that temp. The two-stage method can also be used fully in the air fryer by first cooking the fries at 350 and then cranking it up to 400 or 450 towards the end to get that perfect crunch. If these tips helped save your dinner tonight, then hit the subscribe button down below so I can help you master your kitchen every single week. Now that you've got the technique down, you need some recipes, so check out the air fryer playlist over here. I'm Anadi, keep cooking, and I'll see you out there.